And just like that,
Oh,
season 3 is underway.
hazy IPA, Four Peaks.
There we go. Nothing. These Busch Lights just don't taste as good unless I'm being recorded on a Zoom video recording sports dolls. There's just, you can't beat it.
Can you believe it? Season 3.
We're on it. Yeah, we started in a pandemic. Ashley, you've been here.
I have.
Lay it on
Season
us.
3. Glad to be back.
Yes. So, Josh, there's something wrong here with.
Well, yeah. So that's not Alex.
No, a lot better
Alex,
looking.
Yeah, definitely. Alex is a new employee at Victaulic, and they got him driving all over North Dakota. I believe he was in Minot or one of those other far off non-big towns in the beautiful state of North Dakota.
Yeah.
So he does that pretty regularly. So he said that he is going to have to drop out. Who knows if we'll get him back? I don't know, but he will not be with us. Alex, you will be deeply missed with your lovely readings of teams and spreads. I don't know how we're going to bounce back without you, but we will do our best.
Yeah, we gave him a leave of absence, but we may need to bring him in at some point to help us out with things. But we'll give him this year, and it's a good reason. But we want you back, Alex.
Well, some of us want you back, Alex.
Yeah.
But no, we're still rolling with it. There's still two dolls here, 3. So it is still sports dolls. It can be plural. And that's all we need.
Yep. And so the new format, Josh, head to head, you and I with the Wes being here the whole time. The guests, we hate the guests because they always do well, but they're fun to have.
Yeah, gotta have them. I was gonna say, they bring that like higher knowledge of college football that you and I think we have, but they're just a step above the rest.
I don't think that's my case.
So
it is. But before we get too far, wow, what about that intro?
Brand new intro. Here it is.
I can't wait.
Well,
wow, mind blown.
And it brings back great memories, doesn't it?
Oh, it just happy go lucky memories. I can only imagine a lot of thought and heart put into that intro.
Okay.
Yes, what did you think of that intro?
I love it.
Oh, okay, good. Well, now we can go on with our episode.
So we have, before we start, just real quick, just because we didn't do our preseason pick one, but just Josh and Ashley, who do you think will be in the Final Four this year for college football? Just thinking about your predictions.
Boy, we already know week 1, so it's practically a giveaway. But Ashley,
no, I don't want to start.
I want Ashley to start. Dad, I think you want Ashley to start too. Ashley,
we're talking about like all college football teams.
The top 4 teams that are going to make it in the playoffs this year. Who's the obvious one?
You tell them.
No, Ash, she's buckling right now. She knows. Okay. Let's give her a little bit of time.
All right, we're talking like SEC schools and everything.
SEC schools, right, ACC, okay. The top 4 teams.
So probably Georgia will be back.
Bingo. That's a good one. I think so.
I like Clemson.
Okay, Clemson's going to be in there.
That's just me.
Sure.
Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Alabama, they can definitely possibly make it.
And I'm gonna go LSU.
Love, those are 3 SEC teams.
You're just asking me to name
there
the
you
teams.
have it. LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Clemson. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Ashley's
I
predictions
don't like going
for
first.
the playoffs.
All right, now show me how it's actually done.
I'll show you how it's done. This year, the playoffs will look like this. I agree with Ashley wholeheartedly. I believe Georgia is going to be back in the playoffs. Looking into the Big Ten. The
Oh,
Big
we were
Ten.
supposed to go to different conferences?
That's usually how it works.
Well, you didn't explain the rules.
No, not yet. You're right. There are no rules.
Yeah, I went in blind.
The Big Ten is going to be iffy because obviously Ohio State is going to be heavily favored again to make the playoffs. And I honestly, Michigan may be a contender for them, but I'm gonna go the non-popular route because I hate Ohio State. I'm gonna say Michigan will make the playoffs out of the Big Ten. I think Michigan will win the Big Ten this year. They beat Ohio State last year. Okay, so that's my second team. Who else is going to make it this year? I gotta say Alabama. They've made it before. There's
How can
been
you
two.
not?
Yeah.
Well, thank God I picked two good picks.
There you go. I agree. I think Alabama will make it again. No matter what, I think Georgia and Alabama will have one loss, maybe combined this season. As for the fourth team, out of my lovely knowledge of week one, I did see Notre Dame play, and I am unimpressed with them per usual. Oh gosh, I can't even. I was gonna say, unfortunately, I'm embarrassed to say it. I don't even know who our top 10 are.
That doesn't
But I can
matter.
tell
You
you-
know.
It doesn't matter.
Clearly, I just listed 4 schools.
Yeah, I actually just listed 4 schools.
Mhm.
Do I think? Oh, I'm long shot. Let's say USC. I'm gonna say USC. Boom. 4 teams: USC, Alabama, Georgia, Michigan in the
Okay.
college football playoffs.
Thank you both for giving me time to process and figure
Yeah.
mine again.
I wish I had.
Alabama 1,
Yeah.
Ohio State 2,
Okay.
Clemson 3. So Ohio State, Clemson will meet again, and again. Three times now they've met in the playoffs. And we're gonna throw Oklahoma in there.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's thinking this is what their first year with the new coach, right?
Yep.
Because their old coach went out to USC.
Yes.
Obviously, USC is going to the playoffs.
And the national champion will be Ohio State.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
tough.
Who picked the winner last year? Who picked Georgia? Oh yeah, that was me.
Was it Cameron? Cameron Zentik?
Me
I
and,
think
me and
she
Cameron. But
picked it.
sorry, Georgia, you're gonna have a big target on your back this year. They're really good, but everybody in the SEC is gonna call it their season to beat them.
Correct. Well, now you have 2 because everyone wants to beat Alabama now too.
Mhm.
And the one part, I saw Georgia just routed number 11 Oregon, which made me so happy because I really don't think highly of the Pac-12. But that being said, I saw a highlight of a Georgia tight end who is 270 pounds, 6'3", 6'4", and he hurdled a cornerback
I
in
did
that
see
game.
that highlight.
So that man alone, incredible. Go Bulldogs. I'll ride that coattail yet again.
Okay. Well, thank you both for that. Now
Yeah.
let's get to what we're here for.
Obviously, the Big Ten.
14 Big Ten games.
Yep.
There's no games Big Ten versus Big Ten this week. And
Yep.
this is crazy. Here's a stat for you that just surprised me. I went back and looked. The Big Ten is 10-0 versus non-conference.
Correct. I was going to say there's only 2 Big Ten teams that had a loss, and that was Illinois and who?
No.
Oh, and
Nebraska.
Purdue. No, Purdue. Penn State.
Yeah, Nebraska got beat again by Northwestern to kick off the year.
Oh, how about that?
That's too bad.
Oh, crud.
That's-
Poor Alex. We don't have to hear about how great Nebraska could be.
Yes.
Sorry, Scott Frost.
First game.
yeah. First game. Oh, all right. You lead it off, Dad.
Okay. Scott Frost. I heard enough of that. I had to cut you off. That's enough.
Correct.
Western Illinois at Minnesota. Minnesota is favored by 26.5. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points. Ashley,
I have to start again.
you're gonna lead us all 14 games.
Well, I think that the Gophers are going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread.
Okay.
Okay.
Enough. So Ashley's going that no cover. I'm gonna go the opposite. I watched their entire game last week. They absolutely routed a garbage team in New Mexico State. Sorry, they were, but they crushed them. Their offense was borderline flawless. They marched down the field and they got touchdowns. I think they're going to do the same exact thing against an also not as good school. I think they will win and cover the spread.
How many points did they win by the last game?
38-0.
All right.
Okay. Josh, I'm going to go with Minnesota again. I'm not going to reiterate everything you just said. We were at the game last week. They look good.
Yeah.
They should have looked good against that team. I'm mildly concerned with the spread just because all of these games that we're watching today, especially in softer opponents, none of the Big Ten is going to show too much, because they don't want to expose their secrets and all that stuff. So scoring 27 is and they have a very deliberate offense, so it's going to be really close with the spread, but Gophers will get the spread.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was gonna say no one's gonna show off, but I was gonna say those teams. Minnesota is unranked right now. I think that will change after 3 weeks. If they start, I do believe they get a big win, Big Ten win underneath their belt. I think they'll be top 25. They're stubby. They got a good team this year.
Okay.
There we
Arkansas
go. Right.
State at Ohio State, both are 1-0, and in Arkansas State, they dropped 58 on Grambling last week.
58 points.
58 points. Yeah.
All right, that's
58-3. So the spread is 43.5. I just thought those two numbers were worth mentioning.
Yeah. So Grambling's pretty close to Ohio State skill level.
I know that's a lie.
It's a lie.
Ohio State's gonna win.
For sure.
That's a lot of points. That's almost 50 points.
That is a lot of points that they have to win by, meaning the other team, they get 55 points in general.
Well, yeah. I don't think they're gonna cover this spread.
Yeah, that 43. I'm gonna side with Ash on this one. She's wise. She knows what she's talking about. Boy, does she know some college football. So nothing but confidence just flying out of her ears here. I'm gonna go with Ashley again. Obviously, it's not a win or a loss. They will win. I think they're gonna put in their backups early. They know they have a big Big Ten schedule coming up. No risk of injuries. Get up by 20 to 30 points. Let your backups. If the backups do great and they cover it, more power to them. But I just don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I'm going against my inner Dean here, and again, just to let you all know, the algorithm doesn't have enough data points, so I'm going with what I think. So Josh and Ashley, you're lucky. The algorithm would eat you up otherwise.
Ooh, probably.
CJ is going to have a day, and I think they're going to cover the spread on this because the second, third, and fourth string, they don't get a chance to open up their offense because they don't get a chance to play. And I have a feeling they're going to just throttle it, and especially after how close the Ohio or the Notre Dame game was. So that's what I'm going with.
We'll see. We will see.
Virginia at Illinois. And let's see here. Virginia.
Illinois.
It's they're both Illinois is 1-1 and Virginia is 1-0.
Illinois suffered a tough loss to Indiana last weekend.
Yes.
But I was going to say now they're favored against Virginia. They are playing at home. Four
And
and a half? Are
Yeah.
they gonna win? Basically, it's a win or loss. What do you think, Ash?
I think Illinois is gonna win and
yeah.
cover the spread.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, I think so as well. I think the home field is definitely going to play a factor in it. They tend to play very well at home. If I recall, a couple years back, they managed to beat Wisconsin at home when they were garbage and Wisconsin was good. So they're going to play well. Obviously, don't want to go into the season losing 2 games in a row. I agree. I think the Illini will come back. They will win and cover that spread handedly.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Illinois also. I just think that home
There's
field,
Brett.
yeah, they're just gonna do it. I'm with you both. I'd like to disagree.
Let's just all take the point and we will move on.
And Akron at Michigan State. Michigan State's in the top 25. The spread is 34 and a half. 34 and a half.
Big spread.
Big spread. Ashley, Michigan State at home.
What's the spread?
34 and a half. 5 touchdowns. Gotta win by.
I think Michigan State's gonna win.
Without a doubt.
And then we're gonna cover the spread.
Oh, going big spread cover on this one.
Gonna switch it up
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah, mix it up.
feeling it.
We like to see that. that ambition, that little drive.
I have a feeling you're gonna say the
a
opposite.
little bit of a risk.
Big risk, big reward.
Big risk, big reward.
It'll be the 1 point that differs our scores.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Michigan State played pretty good. They played Western Michigan last week, beat them pretty handedly. Definitely didn't beat them by 35. Will Akron play just as good as Michigan or Western Michigan? I don't know. I don't know much about pretty much any of these smaller teams here.
That's what I was basing my knowledge off of.
Yeah, plain simple. Akron.
Akron who?
Oh, yeah, Akron who?
Akron beat St. Francis 30-23 in the first one.
St. Francis who?
I believe St. Francis High School out of Joliet. That's the only St. Francis I'm aware of. But no, enough stalling. Michigan State will win. I will say they will not cover. They're going to be excited. Same thing. 35 is a lot. When you look at it, they need to win by 5 touchdowns. That's a lot. I don't think they'll do it.
They're all very big spreads.
Ashley, I'm going with you. I think MSU has they're gonna ratchet it up, and I think they're gonna win and they're gonna cover.
So be it. I'll take my point on that one. No big deal. Speaking of, not so big covers, Dad, how about this next one?
Oh my goodness. I had to go to the ESPN site. It's like, is this right?
Is this for real?
Yes. Iowa at Michigan.
Wait,
No.
Iowa.
Or excuse me, Iowa. Gosh, I was looking down the line. Hawaii at Michigan, spread of 52.
Ooh. Yep, that is 7 touchdowns and a field goal
That's a long play.
to
ride.
win by.
That's a long flight to lose by 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawaii is coming to Michigan.
That's
Ann Arbor. Very similar to Honolulu.
Hawaii has lost to Vanderbilt 63-10 and Western Kentucky 49-17. So they might be onto something. They give up a lot of points.
That's helpful to know.
Oh,
Well, Michigan is definitely going to win.
they're good.
And you know what? They are going to cover that spread.
God. I do.
Oh, I love it, Ashley.
Oh man, it's absurd that a spread is that far.
I don't know that one. Dean said that they lost by like 60 points.
Here's a good. Yeah, it's true. He did. Here's a good sponsor for my plug. 2 plugs here. Blue Snowball microphones, absolutely beautiful. Speaking of, go blue for Michigan, and as always, the lovely blue Bush light. All those blue things happening at once. I gotta go Michigan to cover. I will agree with Ashley on this one. Let's go blue.
Wow. Devin laughs at me.
Boy,
Will you be different?
Oh man, that's just, I
That's a
can't,
lot, that's a lot of points.
I can't do it. I just, so Michigan's definitely going to win. I don't think they're going to get 52, but
They're going to put their backups in, and I still think their backups will just run it down. I think the only that's going to prevent them from getting the spread is they will literally run out of time.
yes,
I think they're going to run the ball, which is going to milk a lot of clock. I'm making a counter argument for my pick, so that's lovely. But all I'm saying is there could be a lot of big plays, though, that break for, 40, 50, 60, 70-yard touchdowns. Little to no time off the clock, 3 and out, bam.
yeah.
Michigan goes away. We'll see.
Yeah, yes, we will.
Yeah. We're
Next.
big Michigan fans this Saturday.
This spread kind of surprised me. One of the few primetime non-conference opponents, Washington State, going to Camp Randall. Wisconsin is picked to win by 17.5. Before I going back to, I was looking at highlights, going back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Braden Chager, the quarterback from Hawaii, 391 yards passing in 2 games. No touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Love that. Love that production out of Chag. Is it Chagan?
Chager.
Chager. Love that for him. He's no Steel Jans out of Iowa State, but wow, what a name. What a name. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm gonna be watching that game's score closely on my phone.
Yes.
That's about it. All right, we
Moving
got
along.
Washington State
Yeah.
at Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's gonna win, and they are gonna cover that.
Okay, over 17.5.
It's not that many touchdowns.
There's only like 2 touchdowns, maybe 3 touchdowns, touchdown and field goal. Who knows?
Whatever way you slice it.
I don't know. I'm not sold on Wisconsin this year. I wasn't sold on Wisconsin last year. I will go Wisconsin will win. I do not think they're going to cover. Sorry. I think this is a down. No, I just think this is a down year for Wisconsin. And I hope any Wisconsin fan listening or seeing this feels the pain of a losing season. Suck it.
I just
Eloquently said.
Yeah.
well, we got to, we enjoyed the last Wisconsin game we were at.
Sure as heck did.
I'm with you, Josh. Mertz still, I'm not sold on it. I think Wisconsin is going to win, but I think it's going to be a close game. And Washington State has a pretty wide open offense, which could cause some problems for Wisconsin. So right. Wisconsin winning, Washington State will not cover on the spread.
All I'm saying is Wisconsin was blessed with not 1, not 2, but 4 NFL running backs in consecutive years, and an NFL quarterback, 2 NFL quarterbacks. Now they just have good players that are not NFL caliber, and that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know. Surprise me.
Must come down.
Prove me wrong, Wisconsin, but I don't think you will. Oh no, Dad! I'm seeing I got a little notification. Remaining meeting time. We are under 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we gotta go pick it up here a little bit, don't we?
Oh gosh! All right, rapid fire.
Maryland at Charlotte. Maryland by 27.
Maryland's gonna win, but they're not gonna cover that spread.
Agreed. Couldn't agree more. Maryland win, no cover. I will go Charlotte on this one.
Wow, Josh. I'm gonna go Maryland on this. I think they're gonna ratchet up, and Charlotte is not that good. Prime time, Cyhawk, Iowa State at Iowa. Iowa barely won.
Barely squeaked by South. It was South Dakota State, right?
Yep.
Barely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iowa State. I think.
Okay.
That's just what I'm feeling.
Yep. It is at Iowa. Charlie Cloud would be disappointed in me if I didn't say it. I'm gonna go on Cy's side. I'm gonna go Iowa State winning it. Let's go. So
I'm with you.
obviously, yeah, that's the cover.
I'm with you. I'm Iowa State. They're gonna do it, and they're hungry. Iowa is not that good. I mean, it's such a deliberate team.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll shake some cobwebs off, but such a big game like that, they're gonna be hyped. But who knows what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go Cy.
I'm going ISU also. All three of us, same reasons.
Do it.
Wagner, this one at Rutgers. I'm surprised Rutgers isn't picked to win by more than 17, but
Yep.
Well, with that being
That
said,
being said, Ashley, who are you gonna pick?
Rutgers, they are going to cover the spread.
I'm
okay.
gonna set it better myself,
Context
Ashley.
clues.
Boy, do you know your stuff. I will also go Rutgers
I'm just a
to
good
win
listener.
and cover.
Yep. I wish I could go different, but I'm going to go with you. They will cover.
Bingo.
Idaho was beat by Washington State in their opener. They
That's
are
it.
going to Bloomington, Indiana. Indiana by 23.
Indiana
Wow.
did beat Illinois, but by 3 points.
I think Indiana is going to win, but they're not going to cover the spread.
I disagree. I think they're going to play well. I think they're going to have an even better week 2 than week 1. I know Illinois is probably not a team to brag about, but I don't think they're schlums like years past. So I think they're coming in hot. I'm going to take Indiana and I'm going to take the cover.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I think Indiana's going to win. They're going to cover. They still have a lot of weapons on their offense, but it'll be close. That 23 is tight.
Yeah, I was going to say
Well,
Vegas
true.
never makes it easy.
1-1 Nebraska hosting Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern beat Morgan State 59-3.
Oh,
What is the spread?
What is the
23 and a half.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
I go Georgia Southern. I think
To
Nebraska's
win?
going to win,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're going to cover the spread.
Yeah. I've seen enough of Nebraska. I don't think they're a good team. Georgia Southern is a good team. They are going to make FCS playoffs. They're a good team, and I think they're going to give Nebraska a run for their money. So no way in hell do I think they're going to make a 23.5 point cover. No way. Georgia Southern
Nebraska had a tough time last week
against North Dakota.
against North Dakota, and it wasn't until the 4th that they put a little spread there. So I'm going to agree with you. Georgia
Yeah.
Southern.
Yeah.
Nebraska will not cover.
Amen to that.
Ohio, not Ohio State.
At Ohio State.
Ohio at Penn State, and Ohio is 1-0, and they beat FAU. I can't remember who that is.
Florida Atlantic.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
As what's his face? Old.
Old Kiffins.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's the coach, I believe.
Spread
So-
is 25 and a half.
Ohio at Penn State.
Penn State's going to win. I think they are going to cover that.
Yeah, I think they're coming off a nice, solid win against Purdue. There's a lot of big plays, so I think Purdue has some big play potential. And for that, I will say Penn State is going to win and cover.
I'm going to stay right with you. I think Penn State is better than people are giving them credit for. I think they're a top 25 team, and they will win and they will cover.
Yeah, maybe Purdue is a good team too. That was a fun game to watch last week.
Yes.
I just
indeed.
gotta say shout out to the Puke Six. That is going to be one of the. Did you see this, Dan?
Yes.
The Puke Six, a Purdue player, picked the ball off, had a pick six. So excited, celebrating. Went over to the sidelines. Were yammied everywhere.
Yep.
So it is now known as the Puke Six. And I think that's gonna be
no.
one of the most ridiculous, memorable plays already in week one. Sorry,
Yes.
I just had to say it. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, no, it was
We'll have to see
a
if-
gut check. We'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, the ACT Bowl.
Oh yeah. Duke and
Northwestern. Northwestern is picked to win by 10. Let's see, who did Duke beat? Let's me pull this up here. Duke
Ashley's listening very intently. She cannot wait.
beat Temple 30-0.
Oh wow. What a Temple.
Duke did.
Duke beat Temple 31-0.
Temple.
Temple. It's a college.
And Northwestern, their only win is is against Nebraska.
Nebraska, which we've established, not good.
I'm gonna go with Northwestern, and they are gonna cover the spread.
I'm just gonna call upset alone. I think Duke's gonna come in. I think Duke's gonna win it. So clearly Northwestern will not cover.
I think this is going to be a really tight game. I think for either team to win by 10 is going to be tough because they're very deliberate. And I'm going to go Northwestern to win, but will not cover.
Oh,
Look at that. We have 2.5 minutes
Definitely
left.
the men from the boys.
yeah. Here I was gonna say the last. Okay, Purdue. We were just saying how maybe they're a pretty good team. Maybe
27-point favorite against Indiana State.
at
How do we feel about
Indiana State beat Northern Alabama by 17-14 in week 1.
wow. They're not very good in football.
Okay, thank you. I think Purdue is gonna win, but they're not gonna cover the spread.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I was impressed with Purdue's play when they played Penn State. I think Penn State's a good team. I think Purdue is gonna be a good team. Will they be ranked? I'm not sure, but will they cause chaos in the Big Ten? I think that's an absolute guarantee. Short for guaranteed. So I'm gonna make the Purdue in-law family happy, and I will say Purdue will win, and I do think they will cover. I think they're gonna win, and they're gonna win violently.
O'Connell is going to put it together. He had 360 yards passing against Penn State.
Correct.
Indiana State is not as good as Penn State. I think he's going to ratchet up. Ted, this is for you. Purdue will win and will cover.
Boil up, toot toot.
Look at that. A minute left.
Yeah, less than a
Less
minute.
than a minute.
I don't know. There we go. We made it. Get a breakdown before we get cut off.
So do you want?
I don't know what's going to happen in this Zoom meeting when it says less than a minute. Will the recording just stop or what?
We'll find out.
We're about to find out, but let's continue on.
There it is.
All right, we got our spreads. I was going to say, I think we have a good balance. There's only a few weeks that we are all picking the same. Enough differential picking to make a little lead, but this is it. I was gonna say Ashley is starting off the pickers right now.
Yes, it was good. Ashley, thank you so much.
Anytime.
14 picks. Ashley, how many are you getting right?
10.
10. Oh, that is confident. I would love to have 10 of my picks correct. I don't know if that's gonna happen.